The Indian government is expected to approve the AMCA program by September, and around 15,000 crore rupees will be cleared for the development of the 5.5 generation stealth fighter jet in 2 phases. Under the Phase 1 development, Hindustan Aeronautics will build 2 next-generation technology demonstrators that will demonstrate basic flight characters and some of the technologies. AMCA project director has confirmed that the rollout of first next-generation technology demonstrator will happen in 2024, and the first flight will take place in 2025, that will be followed by second next-generation technology demonstrator in 2026. The Phase 2 development will start 2 years after the completion of Phase 1 development, that will include building of more prototypes and few limited series production aircraft. That will be done by a new consortium company with majority stakes by 2 private sector companies and a minority stake by Hindustan Aeronautics, that will be followed by full-scale production in 2030. Tata Advanced Systems Limited Larsen & Toubro Limited and VEM Technologies Private Limited are seen as top contenders for the new joint venture consortium company that will be formed with Hindustan Aeronautics. Russia's Industry and Trade Minister Denis Manchurov has said that the T-14 Armata main battle tank is all set to enter series production in 2022, and state trials will also be completed in 2022. The T-14 is also seen as the top contender in India's FRCV program, and the T-14 entering series production is significant, as its price would come down during this third production run. According to the Russian state media, the T-14 fifth-generation main battle tank is the first tank in the world to incorporate network-centric warfare technologies. While talking about the need for strategic bombers for power projection, Indian military analysts have called for investment in public and private partnership companies to develop and build a large multi-engine aircraft. That would be a better long-term investment for the country, rather than flushing funds to import a long-range bomber. The applications for such an airframe could also be used in a military transport aircraft, aerial refueling aircraft, maritime surveillance aircraft and AWACS aircraft, as well as platforms for launching anti-satellite and anti-ballistic missiles, zero-weight training for Indian astronauts or an engine test platform. The Director General Electronics and Communication Systems of DRDO has said that the DRDO-developed D4 counter-drone technology has a range of 4 kilometers, and it can detect rogue drones that are likely to target most vulnerable places. It features multiple sensors and has 2 different counter mechanisms for targeting micro-drones by jamming the command and control links, and further by damaging the hardware of the drones. Experts have said that China is carrying out rapid capability and capacity upgrades around 3 vital Chinese airfields, along with the deployments of HQ-9 and HQ-16 surface-to-air missiles, which are designed to target striking Indian Air Force elements before they can launch their standoff payloads. They also said that China will continue to maintain an aggressive ground posture until they have readied an anti-access and area denial capability in place to counter Indian strike packages in these locations. At the opening of the 9th World Peace Forum in China, the Chinese Foreign Minister has said that the US-led Indo-Pacific strategy is aimed at countering China, and it should be dumped at a garbage heap. Interestingly, the US coordinator for the Indo-Pacific region, Kurt Campbell, has now announced that the US President Joe Biden will host a summit with the leaders of the Quad countries, where the group will also be looking at other countries like Indonesia and Philippines during the summit, which have a huge role to play in the Indo-Pacific region.
Omar dropped it.